Alright, so, here's my review for probably one of my favorite Alien vs. Predator comics, Alien vs. Predator Eternal. Now, this story is very interesting. It's done by Ian Eddington, who had done several Alien vs. Predator comics in the past, as well as separate Alien and Predator comics, and several other things at Dark Horse, in fact. And artwork done by Alex Maleev. And yeah, this would be one of the other times, and probably better times, that he had done artwork on Aliens and Predator. The other being Superman vs. Predator, which, not to say his artwork was bad, it's just that the story was just kind of, So, Alien vs. Predator Eternal is the story of this young reporter named Becca, who is brought after seeing a attack in Africa by quote-unquote terrorists, who actually really are terrorists. They're just using Predator technology. She's thrown into a conspiracy focusing around a man named Lazarus, who's literally immortal after eating a predator's heart. I guess eating predators makes you immortal. It's one of the things that's never explained in the comic, really, is that it's just a thing that happens. It's just, hey, you eat a predator's heart, you could become immortal. Or, kind of. Well, it's kind of like the Ra's al Ghul kind of immortal, where he has to eat a heart every so often to become immortal. So yeah, he discovers one of the Predator's ships and prepares to consume one of the hearts, but however, there's no Predator in there that he can eat. And what he has found, however, is these xenomorph eggs that he didn't know existed, and he finds two of them. Unfortunately, well, actually not unfortunately, we kind of figured this would all happen, is that two of them break out, face hug some scientists that he now controls. Well, scientists that he has under his billing, because I forgot to mention that this dude is fucking rich, because he's been around since ancient China. Since I think that they said the Ming Dynasty, he's been around that long. But anyway, so with that being said, there's only two xenomorphs. That's the interesting thing about this comic, is that there's only a small number of aliens and predators in these stories. Excuse me, in this story, there's literally only two xenomorphs and only 4 predators that come down to pretty much, as always, clear the evidence. However, the predators keep getting picked off. One of them actually dies by xenomorph. One of them, and another, oh my god, it's hilarious how one of them dies. I really don't want to spoil it, but it's fucking hilarious how one of them dies. I really do not want to spoil it. If you've read the comic, then you know what I'm talking about. But, dear lord, it's probably one of the funniest and both probably one of the most undignified predator deaths ever. So it literally comes down to 2 predators, 2 xenomorphs, and the two predators are like, well, shit, what do we do now? We're we're down half our team, and there's these 2 xenomorphs around. So the story does continue on that Becca, who really is, she's not the best person. She's literally not one of the best people to be, mentally and, mentally mostly. She's not exactly right in the head, and she's also kind of suicidal and will do anything for a story. She even got her own cameraman killed. And it's not until later on that she finally realizes, oh yeah, I got one of my friends killed because I just wanted a goddamn story. And where did it get me? It really does play on the trope of the woman who wants to get, who really wants to get the story, but the thing is that it's kind of turned on its head because this woman realizes that what she's doing is completely terrible. So, we've got, she's got that going for her. We also have several other characters in here that are kind of forgettable, really, but what's really cool about this is that I know Lazarus has a real name. Lazarus is really this guy's internet name, but I've completely forgotten it. It's been a while since I've read this comic. I'm going off of memory here. It sucks, too, because I literally have it in the AVP Omnibus I have, and I'm looking right at it as I'm doing this review, and I'm like, I can't even get up to look at the rest of it. Oh, well. Laziness is a bitch, people. Anyway, so what's really cool about this is that Lazarus uses the Predator technology to fund a certain Spec Ops team that uses Predator technology. And it's really cool because they actually face off with 2 of the remaining Predators. in combat, and it's a really cool scene of like the Predators are looking back at them, the soldiers are looking right at them, they're both kind of facing off, and then the next page is just explosions coming out of the streets of the city, and it's complete, all hell is breaking loose, under the sewers. You don't see the fight going on, but you see the damage that the Predators and the Spec Ops team is doing to the city from just the damage alone. The Predator and Xenomorphs fights are really cool. And again, what really makes this interesting is that these are aliens and Predators at their best. They're doing what they do best, killing humans. There's no alliances, not to say the first AVP comic, which did have a Predator-Human alliance, was bad. It's actually really fucking good. But it's nice to see the Predators just kind of like, yeah, I'm above you. You're prey to me. You're just cattle. So it's always cool to see the Predators do that, and it's interesting to see, for the Xenomorphs to go back to just being, it's not really one, it's just kind of a small number. It's, like I said, it's only 2 Xenomorphs that are the main antagonists of this story. There's not really, they're not trying to build a hive, they can't. They're just kind of lost and alone in the sewers, and they're just like, the fuck do we do now? So that's kind of it. It really, it's a better version. It's actually like AVP Eternal is a much better version of AVP Requiem. It does have the aliens and Predators on present-day Earth, but it does it in a way where it's not like, oh my god, it's oversaturated B-movie bullshit. Not to say B-movies can be terrible, can't be terrible and be fun, but AVP Requiem is a B-movie in all the wrong reasons. Like, it's just terrible. And not in a good way terrible. This is, like I said, you have the aliens and Predators on Earth, but they're in secret like they should be, and the human groups are trying to keep it that way, and even the government's trying to keep it that way. The comic has a very interesting ending that I was kind of like, oh, that's how we're going to end it, alright. But all in all, action's really good, Alex Maleev's artwork is fantastic, and again, we get to see the aliens and Predators doing what they do best. Kill people. But yeah. So there you go. If you really love Aliens and Predator, I highly recommend this. It's really hard to get this in trade, but you can probably pick it up in the Alien vs. Predator Omnibus. It's in the first volume it's the first AVP Omnibus volume. Yeah. So again, I highly recommend this. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.